Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy your stay. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions because my makeup collection somehow is expanding even though I'm really trying not to buy any new makeup. Story of my life. I've got pretty much a full face of first impressions. The only things I don't have is a foundation, concealer, powder and mascara, I believe. But yeah, other than that, everything on my face was brand new and I used it today. So yeah, if you would like to see what products I used in this video to get this look and my opinions on them, then just keep on watching. So this is the Jacka Black Glow Drops Highlighting Primer. It's vegan friendly and cruelty free, and I'm guessing that's the shade name, Rose Pearl. It says glow drops prep and brighten your complexion with a healthy natural glow. Apply all over face using your fingertips. Use before makeup. Then it says be fearless, look fabulous. So I'm just going to do what it says, and I'm just going to start applying this on my face and then rubbing it in with my fingers. So I don't know how much I'm going to need, so I'm going to start off with this, and then if I need more I'll just add more. So what I'm first noticing about this primer is it feels like it's putting like a barrier on my skin. Like, it doesn't feel tacky, it just feels like it's adding a layer onto my skin. It looks very Tin Man like, I must admit, but hopefully we get a bit of a glow from underneath of my foundation. That's what I'm kind of hoping it will do, because I'm guessing that's what it's supposed to do. But I would say you could probably wear this as like a highlighter on like no makeup days when you're not really wearing like any foundation or anything, and just put it on like the highest points of your face, and it would probably look like a really dope highlighter, like a natural kind of highlighter. But I don't know if I like it as a primer, but we shall see how my foundation applies on top of it. Okay, so now that my skin is all primed and ready for makeup application, I'm going to just go ahead and do my brows. I'm going to use the Soap & Glory Archery Sculpting 2-in-1 brow setter. So it's one of them brow pencils where it has the pencil and then it also has the brow gel on the other end. Now, from what I can remember, I've not used this brow product before, and if I have used it, I definitely can't remember what I thought of it, but I'm pretty sure I've not used this before. So I'm not the best at doing my brows on camera at the best of times, but I'm gonna give it a good go for you guys. And I usually don't really like brow products that are like the thicker brow pencil. I prefer the like micro brow pencils, but I'll give it a go. You never know, it might be my favorite product yet. Okay, so I was noticing it was quite hard to apply like light strokes of like brow hair strokes at first, so I just went ahead and warmed it up on the back of my hand a little bit, and it seems to have helped, but it does feel like quite a waxy formula. It's definitely not the easiest actual brow applicating product that I've got in my collection and that I've tried before. I definitely prefer using pomades, I definitely prefer other brow pencils that I have got, and I definitely prefer using soap brows at the minute. I do feel like the colour is pretty spot on though. I actually do quite like the actual colour of the brow pencil. So now I'm just going to go ahead and try the brow gel. Okay, so the brow gel I actually do like. It clung to every single brow hair really nicely, and they definitely feel like they're really setting down in place. The only thing I don't like about it is in the places where I have like less hairs and are like my brows are more sparse. So like at the top of this arch here and also at the front of my brow here, I feel like where I've put the brow gel to like cling to my brows that I barely have there, instead of clinging to the little hairs that I have, it's kind of took off some of the product, so it's left like a weird patch there. So once it's dried down, I'm just going to go back in with the pencil and just try and kind of make them look even and yeah, not like a bold patch. So yeah, so just to speed things up a little bit, I'm just going to go ahead and do the other brow off camera, so I shall be back shortly. Okay, so that is both eyebrows done. They both definitely do not look the same, but never mind. Also, don't mind the massive patches where I've had to clean them up. They definitely weren't the easiest brows I've done. I definitely prefer other brow products that I have tried, and I will use it because I've got it, but I won't be repurchasing it because well, it wasn't easy for me to do my brows, and it wasn't like an enjoyable process for me. One thing I will say though, I don't like the brow pencil, but the brow gel, I don't think I like the actual brow gel, but the wand in the brow gel thing really clung to my eyebrow hairs. So I actually really like the eyebrow wand thing, gel wand thing, yeah. Also, now that this primer has dried down, like, it doesn't feel sticky, and my skin feels like it has a weird kind of plastic layer over it. When I run my hands over it, also feels a little bit kind of greasy, so not sure how I feel about that. But now that my eyebrows are done, I don't actually have a new foundation or concealer or powder to try, so I'm gonna very quickly jump off camera. I'm gonna get my base done, and then I'll be back for all the fun stuff, which is bronzer and that anyway. So yeah, I will be straight back. Okay, so I just finished all of my base makeup, so foundation, concealer and powder, and I will say my foundation was definitely a lot harder to apply, and I'm not sure whether it was because that primer that I put on was, it really felt like a barrier. Like the foundation couldn't, like, for lack of a better word, like attach to my skin. Like, it just felt like the foundation was really struggling to stick to my skin, and obviously the only thing that I can think would cause that is the fact that the primer wasn't a very like tacky primer, and it did feel like it had like an oily layer kind of stopping my foundation from sticking to it. The only thing I will say is my skin felt very dry as well. It felt like it kind of sucked all the moisture out, so maybe it will help to keep me less oily throughout the day. I really don't know. Obviously the more I use it, the more I'll find out how it works and if it'll work for my skin and which foundations work best with it, because it also might just not have liked that foundation that I used. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to bronzer now. So the bronzer that I'm gonna use is the Give Them Lala Beauty bronzer in the shade Ibiza. This bronzer does look quite orangey toned, so I'm hoping it's not gonna make me look too orange and too like obviously bronzed. I know I wear a full face of makeup, so none of it ever looks natural, but I don't want it to look like harsh lines and stuff like that, if that makes any sense. So yeah, hopefully it works for me, but let's give it a go. So I got this bronzer in a glossy box and I've not tried it yet. I was really excited when I first got it, so it's been really hard to not try it. In the pan it's quite powdery. I remember the packaging for the bronzer was really nice, like the outer packaging, but then the actual packaging feels quite cheap, to be honest. It seems to be applying quite nicely. It's quite a buildable bronzer. It is very powdery though, and it is very easy to go overboard. So definitely tap off the excess on your brush before going in with the powder. Okay, so I actually quite like it on my forehead, but I don't like it on my nose. So as you guys know, I do bronze up my nose, not to contour it, but just so it has like some kind of colour there. It's not just blank in the middle of my face. And this bronzer is just too shimmery to use as like a nose bronzer or contour, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for that. I really like it on my forehead though. I feel like it looks really nice because it has like that kind of natural kind of glisten, like, you know, like when the sun hits your skin. I do like it on my like cheeks and like bronzed areas, but it is very easy to go overboard. I have gone a little bit overboard, but I am hoping a little bit of powder will sort that out, and I'm just going to pat over it with my sponge. It is very shimmery though, I must admit. I don't know how shimmery it looks on camera, but in person it does look very shimmery. So what I would say is I think I'd prefer it more slightly above where I bronze, in between the bronzer and the blusher, just so it kind of looks like a sheen on my cheeks. So like when I would turn and the sun would hit or the light would hit my cheek, it would just look like a natural kind of glow from within kind of thing. So I don't think I'd use it on my cheeks on its own, but I do actually quite like it, and I do really like it on my forehead, but I don't know whether I'll pull it out just to use it on my forehead, you know? So I don't know, but the more I use it, the more I'll know. But it was very easy to blend. It was easy to go overboard with, but so long as you tap off the excess that's on your brush, you'll be absolutely fine. Very easy to blend, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed using it. Okay, so now for blush, and this is the bit I'm actually very nervous about. So the blush I'm going to be using is the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in the shade Coral Dream. Now that sounds like a beautiful shade, but as you can see, it is very bright, very pink. Yeah, I don't think this is catered to my skin tone, but I brought it, I can't return it, so I thought I would give it a go. I'm hoping if I can use a really light hand that it will just look okay. If not, it's definitely going to make me look sunburnt, so here we go. Okay, so I actually know that I like the formula of those blushes because one of my favourite blushes that I have in the right shade I really love in the blusher Reloaded from Revolution. I've tried that formula before, so I knew I liked it. Hear me out. I actually think I can get away with this blush. Not right now because I know it looks so bright and pink. But give it an hour when the blush starts to like die down a little bit. I actually think this will look really, really nice and just like a natural kind of sun-kissed kind of look. I know at the minute it does look crazy, but I feel like I've said this so many times on my channel, but blush is the first thing to disappear off your face. So the fact that the blush is quite dark, I feel like it will stand out for a lot longer. So I definitely think I'm going to try it a bit more and see how it wears like throughout the day. I'm not saying I hate this blush right yet, so fingers crossed. I really, really like it because it was very easy and very quick to use, so I have hope. Okay, so next up we have highlighter. Now I don't actually have like a new highlighter to try, but one highlighter that I did get for Christmas was this little Ted Baker bronze blush and highlight trio palette, and the highlight in it looks beautiful, but I've not tried it yet, so I thought I would try it today. Ooh. Can you see that? Can you see that? Oh my god, that looks stunning. Okay, this highlight is intense. I love it. Are you mad? That is so nice. It's like, it's not glittery, but I can't even explain how this looks. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, I can't believe this little gem has been sat in my drawers and I've not touched it. And now I'm gonna have to try the whole palette now. Hopefully the whole palette is good, and then I've got a handy little trio that I could take with me anyway. I mean, not like we can go anywhere at the minute, but you know what I mean. I love that highlight. It just looks so nice. I'm so glad I started filming this video. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to eyeshadow, and I'm going to use the Steve Laurent Wild Thing eyeshadow palette. So this is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and I got it again out of my glossy box, but I've just not tried it yet. The colours in it look really, really nice. It seems like a really nice everyday eyeshadow palette. It literally has everything you need, and it could be a very easy like day to night palette, if that makes any sense. You could definitely do like a nighttime glam look with this, but you could definitely also do like an everyday kind of glam look with this, and that is a palette that everybody needs. So I'm hoping that this palette is good. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go in with a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to take the darkest brown shade in the palette, and I'm just going to use that on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm also going to run it through my crease. Okay, so there's a lot of kickback in the pan, but there's not actually a lot of pigment coming off on my lid. It might just be one of them palettes where you need a sticky base. So I'm just going to keep building this shade up until I've got it to where I want it. Okay, so that is what that shade is looking like. It was definitely kind of hard to build up. It didn't go patchy, but the second I started to blend it, the pigment did definitely fade. So it was a lot like building up and then blending out and then building and then blending, because obviously you don't just want harsh colours on your eye just because you want the pigment to be there. So maybe this just needs a tacky base, like I said. But for me personally, I can never be bothered to do my eyeshadow first. I like to just whack a couple shades on my lid and be good to go. That's kind of why I'm doing like an everyday kind of look now. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to do the same on the other eye, and then we're going to go in with another shade. Okay, so that shade definitely is a little bit patchy, and I've used this brush so many times before, so I know it's not like the brush's fault, because this is like one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes to use. So yeah, that shade is definitely a little bit patchy, so hopefully the other shades work a little bit better. So now I'm just going to go in with the kind of warmish light brown shade just to blend that dark brown shade out. Okay, so that shade in the pan gives a lot of kickback off, and usually I don't mind, because usually when there's a lot of kickback in the pan, that usually means that the eyeshadow itself is just going to be really, really pigmented. However, that shade, well, I'm trying not to be mean, I don't want to sound mean, but that literally just looks like I've added a wash of colour, and I went in 3 or 4 times with that shade. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to try this when I've got a tacky base, because I know this palette's not cheap, and I have drugstore palettes that do better than this. without a tacky base. So if this palette doesn't work with a tacky base, it doesn't deserve the price bracket that it's in. So I'm definitely going to try it again with a tacky base at like a later date, but yeah, right now I'm not recommending this palette. Okay, so hopefully the shimmers can save this palette, so I'm just going to go in with the copper shimmer shade, and I'm just going to whack that all over my lid to about midway. Okay, so the shimmer definitely came through for this palette. The shimmer is definitely the best shade that I've used. However, I definitely have this exact shade in some drugstore palettes that I have. I mean, drugstore palettes have definitely mastered the shimmer shades, because I know shimmer shades are easier to formulate. Like I said, I'm gonna try it with a tacky base. I'm not gonna be too mean just yet, because it might just need a tacky base, you know, and then the pigment's just gonna pop through. But right now, we're just not going to talk about it. So I'm just very quickly going to set my face, and then I need to apply lips and mascara. So be right back. Okay, so I didn't have a new setting spray to try out for you guys, so that's why I just used an old one. But now for lips, now I'm pretty sure this lip isn't going to match the eyes, but it's fine. We're just testing new products, you know. It doesn't really matter too much about the look. If it did, I won't be happy with these patchy AF eyelids that I have on right now. But the lipstick that I'm going to try is the Huda Beauty Demi Matte lipstick in the shade Game Changer. Okay, so first of all, I really like the doe foot applicator for this. It like kind of hugs your lips, so it's really easy to just get kind of like the precise shape you want for your lips. It's very easy to follow the shape of your lips. It feels very comfortable, and it obviously is a demi matte, so it will never completely dry matte. It's not sticky and it's not uncomfortable. I don't know how well it will wear, but I suppose I will know the longer I wear it and when I start eating and drinking. The only thing I have noticed though is it's making my lips feel cold. Do you know, like when you get them lip plumping lipsticks, they kind of make your lips feel cold and tingly. This isn't making them feel tingly, it's just making them feel cold, and I don't know why. And as well, it has like a weird smell. Like, it doesn't smell off, but it doesn't have a nice smell, and it doesn't have like a bad smell, but because it has a smell, it smells weird, and I don't know what it smells of. So yeah, I don't know. But obviously the lips don't go with the eyes, but don't hate me for that. So that's all the new products I have to try. So I'm just very quickly going to go ahead and apply some mascara, and then I'll be right back to wrap up this video. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. Just quickly, you might hear the boiler because we are next to the boiler, and for whatever reason, it's just come on to ruin my vibe. Thanks. Like I said, this is the finished look. I really hope you guys like it. Let me know what your guys' favorite products were. Let me know if you want me to try these products again, because I would be happy to. I think my favorite was definitely the highlighter. I love the highlighter. I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but oh my god, in person it looks so nice, if I do say so myself. I actually really like the feel of the lips as well, because it's a demi matte. It's not kind of settling into all the like, I don't know what they are, the like lines on your lips. I don't know, the lines you have on your lips anyway. Because it's like a demi matte and not a full-on matte lipstick, it's not settling into them lines, and I have quite a lot of them on my lips, so I'm actually kind of glad. So I might get a different shade, like a nude shade or like a brown shade, because I'm not the biggest fan of this like hot pink slash like coral pink lip. Maybe I would like it more with like a pink eye, I don't know, but for me personally, I just don't think it suits me. I think it's really washing out my skin, and it's definitely making that blusher look a lot pinker than what it already did. But yeah, I actually really liked pretty much everything I used. I think the only thing that I'm really just not a fan of was the brow product, because you just had to press down too hard, and like it kind of hurt to put my eyebrows on. And the eyeshadow palette, I definitely need to give another go with like a tacky base, because this just ain't it, sis. No. But yeah, other than that, I'm really happy with everything that I used. I'll have to see if that primer holds my oils in before I know whether or not I like the primer or not, because at this moment in time, I don't really like the primer. But if it can control my oils, I really like the primer. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that I have for you today. Like I said, I really hope you like this look. Let me know what your favourite product was in the comment section, and let me know any video ideas that you guys want me to film, because you know I need some videos to film for you guys, so let me know what you want to see. But that is everything from me. Thank you for joining me until the end. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe before you head on out, because a massive 45% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you're going to watch the videos, you might as well subscribe, and then you never miss them. I'm only joking, but I really would appreciate it if you could subscribe. But like I said, that is it from me, guys, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. I think I just said guys about 40 times in the outro.